complexities of these breaking news stories, providing you with the information you need to understand the world around us. In a move sure to reignite the debate over immigration, President Trump has ordered the Department of Homeland Security to significantly bolster its ranks. The directive calls for the addition of at least 20,000 new officers, a move the administration says is aimed at strengthening the enforcement of its deportation policies. This development comes as part of a broader strategy to encourage undocumented immigrants to leave the country voluntarily. However, critics argue that this escalation will only further stoke fear and uncertainty within immigrant communities. Returning to the court after a period marred by controversy, tennis star Jannik Sinner has marked his comeback with a resounding victory. The young athlete, who recently served a doping ban, expressed his elation after defeating Argentina's Mariana Navone at the Italian Open. Sinner described the feeling of being back in competition as amazing, suggesting a renewed focus and determination. His return to form will be closely watched by fans and rivals alike as the tournament progresses. A fragile peace hangs in the balance as explosions were reported along the India-Pakistan border just hours after both nations agreed to a ceasefire. The agreement, brokered after 4 days of intense fighting and mounting international pressure, particularly from the United States, was intended to de-escalate tensions between the nuclear-armed neighbors. However, the recent violations, with India accusing Pakistan of breaching the pact, raise serious concerns about the sustainability of the ceasefire and the potential for further conflict. Despite Russian President Vladimir Putin's declaration of a 3-day ceasefire in Ukraine, the reality on the ground paints a different picture. Wounded Ukrainian soldiers arriving at a field hospital, bearing the physical and emotional scars of ongoing battles, attest to the continued fighting. Their injuries serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of this conflict and cast serious doubt on the sincerity of Russia's ceasefire declaration. The international community watches with bated breath, hoping for a genuine cessation of hostilities. Relief for residents of Spain's northeastern Catalonia region as authorities lift a confinement order that affected approximately 160,000 people. The order was issued after a fire at an industrial estate released a massive toxic cloud of chlorine, prompting health concerns. Thankfully, the cloud has since dispersed, allowing residents to return to their homes and businesses. Investigations into the cause of the fire and the extent of its environmental impact are ongoing. The mayors of Alberta's 2 largest cities, Calgary and Edmonton, have voiced their strong opposition to a potential separatism referendum. They argue that such a move would have devastating consequences for their local economies and would serve as an unnecessary distraction at a time when national unity is paramount. The mayors believe that Alberta's interests are best served by working collaboratively within the Canadian Federation, rather than pursuing a divisive and uncertain path towards separation. For 75 years, Alberta has waged a relentless battle against an unlikely foe, rats. Twice a year, dedicated patrol teams embark on a 600-kilometer journey along the Alberta-Saskatchewan border, meticulously inspecting barns, straw bales and grain storage bins. Their mission to prevent rats from establishing a foothold in the province. This unusual and long-standing effort highlights Alberta's commitment to protecting its agricultural industry and maintaining its unique status as a rat-free province.